Off Enkumudi, yeah, memory. Why? You want to be more car by the Barbie Jimmy, so no sabo my policy, my dunum. Guess that translated that. Now, and me your match, but then come on, many AD pay. It is obvious. Supreme Court election petition hearing. Once I'm not going to be or Hokakra. It's answer, oh, can one can ye on here na only Niaoba Twaso Edisamia Ukwechi. Nina said, no Supreme Court Transiano, I judge furniture say, and ye may be a Kosoa Bontia, Swan Woka, teach you, and a woman or more Casa de Far, a battle home, and Mansuchia Koso Supreme Court. Now, teach you no far, and someone would you say, and teach you Brunibus misreported. Say, Niensi or Honey, I can't say, Nia Ubi or no, I can't say, Bina. Sabi ede atemu ene ehun kroniba nyina dia fat chimna atete ateche dia ye omunti fi na no joada kron won be chiro mutumi se wo mem ha wo mutumi wo see not even the president o fi hwan kosi president so fi president so kosi hwan won be chiro bia so mu otumi wo mem ha eti na enra wo motena ase na ebisa se na samia oku ahin o yeso ate so taba court apa no we oni ha dia chire obeti enka ene wia no a na samia okukopie mu court emse ne yesi ye de bi stabri ye nyina tie na wante ana wa hu bia ene mesen yi akrewo kakra bi o na ye de hu nsam na boto na ye bisa se because if you know anwumre na masha se bisa se enti so bi adwene mu no ehun se adwuma ekoso no se be hu atochema bi a kwa meso ne ye mfa nka no a enkoye se atemdidie enkoye se wo twe atemu edwumadie no wa atechem eno ya de ehia yi pa because a human institution enti ese nyina ye boa na ye pagya ma atemu edwumadie no ekonka enti na ye bedi ho nkomo was our Supreme Court asem no ano mansotwefo nipa miensa wo de asema court na aka enra wo pesenka election results coalition form ye hwe ne emfa ma wo mo no enra court ni transfer se da bi se ye jamma mo pa na chise obia so betimi aba yemie pono nto ho no obia nso mra en ho asem te se na no pay KPMG betna e adaka num na ye bi so mo nsem e won krata o mkokenkan no se no so akwakusisen enkoma ye bedi no ene anopay na afei sa Supreme Court asemiye mu no enkasa ya hodo pi no anaba wo mia medwumadi a medi no radio so na no abrante atubiga Steven NDC abrante ba akoso betna ho a wo ka se wo mu de se Supreme Court no ka se o mampani asemi wodi ho fo nti wonsi form na nanado mra meto aso a NDC fire crado ene so mu ni wo ababa bi omni wudi besie ni nya de ombisi form ne bisi form chira National Peace Council for akasa ho ewo edwumadi so bedwam enra na yahwe the Supreme Court nsem na wo enan broni be se different legs and angles I be ho asamaka but inflation yakwa kodu 11.1%. Okoto eniema se ne eniema ne bo no ekosoro ewo ebra no implications and who's so edema business ma omo ye disikasem hundwedie ne honkro ne ba etise na pay eno no nkomo a yedie ne sanfufuro bia ebepie mu na pay na mom yempanifo atena ase ma enkomo o makwa ba ni a wote bi nsa benkum so a ose na MPD no kra hia no kra chen minister is as a minister no dey ahia ejif do semwa one pini dey just say o constitution gas o mo ntuma obiem ora akwana stewi akwansa member of parliament edema mfansuman ono anso na deputy minister of fisheries and aquaculture akwaba
yenia
bazmanfu on ya
obia ne ho ye
de nyamina ase ena afi enua pani Seth Echampon prior so mrashi bedwani opani mo akwaba yo so I crowd I say I crowd we kakra bi ne enra si o Supreme Court ye yi kakra bi a choro sanza amafo bisa so o mate ne mo ahu because that time no mo adwuma mu ene ade nti ye yi kakra bi ne de a choro ne course o Supreme Court enra na afi yaba back to the studio na ye de ho komodie no e de abro.
Justice William Atuguba, at the start of proceedings today,
made the intentions very clear.
When we issued our final touchline warning, that was on Monday, since then it has come to our notice that Mr. Sam Awoku, and our son has been coming to court. I've never known him anyway. But if he's here, we may like to. Now he reacted to that statement in a certain way. Is he here?
The NPP Deputy Communications Director, who was not present in court at the time the notice was served, turned himself in later after the court's break and rendered an apology to the bench.
My Lord, I offer an unconditional apology and withdraw the comment and the choice of words that were used, which might have embarrassed the court or embarrassed your lordships on that said program yesterday.
What did you say on that program?
On that program, tempers flared up. It was a political discussion, and my colleague from the other side, from the NDC, did make a comment that did infuriate me. That is no justification to have followed suit, to have embarrassed the court, though he did indicate that all these things that we are going to court for will amount to nothing. I got infuriated, and I also said, when these comments come and orders from the court who does not cover that, then it's selective. But upon sober reflection, I withdraw those words and those comments unreservedly.
In a rare show of unanimity, counsels for both the petitioners and the respondents pleaded with the court to show mercy. The judges then retired into chambers for about an hour before coming out with their ruling.
It is quite apparent that a pompous show of private power in the pursuit of the right to engage in political organizations and activity by which the passions of the humble members of society are stirred up on deliberately false political propaganda is a recipe for chaos and conflict in this country. We have seen the Kenyan precedent in this context, and much as we are concerned not to exercise our undoubted powers as a court of law with iron fist, we cannot allow the emergence of over 90 subjects in this country, as we said on the 24th day of June 2013. However, in order to show that we mean well for this country with regard to the exercise of our awesome powers, we have decided to stop short of invoking our powers of contempt, and we invoke in the alternative our power to control the attendance of our proceedings as a public court by members of the public. We take judicial notice of the fact that Mr. Samuel Awoku has been attending the proceedings of this court in this ongoing case. We think that the exclusion of Mr. Samuel Awoku from attending the proceedings of this court for the rest of the duration of this case should suffice for a start in this direction. That is our delivery.
Thank you.
Now, we've given you full opportunity to demonstrate how mighty you are, and we hope you've done so.
My lords,
Do you now realize your real size in this country?
Yes, my lords.
Good. You are discharged.
Thank you, my lords.
The court has meanwhile requested the referee, KPMG, to appear to be cross-examined on their audit reports by the petitioners.
But you don't have that liberty to create fun here. So...
Indeed, we are in interesting times in the history of this country. I'm just saying you so. Masoma mi bisa ne say say ye tete mu ne ye nyine mu nyina no say sabio sab preduasa say tete wo fie a ye kire kwan fa so kasa yɛne mpanin kasa a ɛkyerɛ obuo ne nidi a yɛde ma mpanin to da bi a amammerɛ mu kora no so ɔpanin nyɛ mfomsoɔ ya wotum sɛ w'ani tua paa akwadaa ne ɔpanin bɛnya asɛm w'onipa anim no yɛbɛka akwadaa n'anim nso bu a na akokoa mu no yɛakɔka ɔpanin nam sɛ o bi a wɔkɔade a ɔyɛ no anyɛ yie nneɛma ɛsesa kakra wɔhwɛ democracy ne ade a ɛba mu ne ade no a adwuma a temuafoɔ no yɛ no yɛ adwuma kɛseɛ wɔn nyɛ obi a sɛbi wɔn nya akwanya te sɛ bi a mene wabɛtena ne yɛdi nkɔmmɔ wɔn life no to da bi koraa no a nneɛma bi a obi atumi yɛ social events ne ade bu okoro mu ntumi nkɔ bi ne ade nti wɔn adwuma no yɛ adwuma kɛseɛ but in the discharge of sad duty no wɔn yɛ nipa nso no mfomsoɔ nso wɔ wɔn ho sɛ megidi sɛ adwuma a wɔn yɛ no mfomsoɔ aba ho a kwan bɛn so ne yɛn fa nka nkɔfa abufuo mfama
yokoyo edikan medwase sɛ anopa yi mama me akonya sɛ meso mɛkyerɛ madwen kakra ɛwɔ mo fidi kɛseɛ so amemfa so nkyɛ me kromfoɔ san sɛ meba wɔ fidi so akyerɛ mo mu nyinaa akyi obusuafo mo mu nyinaa akyi ɛyɛ okofoɔ ma na anopa yi ɛne Ghana man ma anopa yi asɛm akɔdwo bi sɛ me no nokora sɛ na woka no no sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛnyini no yɛtete yɛn megye sɛ yɛanyɛ yɛn na ne wo mu ne sɛ yɛamammerɛ mu ɛnyɛ sɛ bi a yɛwɔ democracy mu nti wohwɛ ɛkwan kora yɛfa so tintim yɛman mmarapɔn no a wohwɛ ɔno yɛ no a ɔno susu yɛn asetena mu sɛn ɛna yɛamammerɛ teɛ sɛn na yɛbɔberɛ teɛ sɛn na yɛhunu yɛn ho fa sɛbi wodi metu dwa wosi yɛ nuapani ade nti na woka ne saa ɛsiane sɛ ɛwɔ nidie ne bua yɛde ma yɛn ho nti ɛwɔ sɛ biribia na ɛda adi wɔ yɛne yɛn mu yɛne yɛn bi ne sɛ bi ne kasa sɛbi anɔpɛ ma no gu so Amerika no nti ɛwɔ sɛ wohunu sɛ wone ɔmpo kasa wɔ badwa mu a badwa mu yɛ baabi a sɛbi ɔnyɛ mu dwumadi a mato din badwa mu nko a ne mmom sɛ yɛbɔ dwa dataa na ɔmanma nipa ahodoɔ anyame abɔdeɛ nyinaa yɛwɔ hɔ bi no unnim ni ɔso unnim ni ɔetiatia unnim ni ɔwa unnim ni ɔyɛ tiatia ne mmom wokasa kyerɛ nipa nyinaa sɛ deɛ nidi a wodi ma wo ho ene wodi ma mpanifoɔ no no mmom na wogyina so na wodi kasa wohwɛ atemuafo yi no adwuma wɔn yɛ no a wɔn emie te aseɛ sɛ yɛman a yɛwɔ mu yi no sɛsɛ de yɛn nyinaa yɛagye atom sɛ yɛde bɛyɛ amammuo nhyehyɛeɛ no yɛwɔ mu nkorabata mmiɛnsa ebi ne baabi a me ne me nua akwan na sɛ yɛyɛ adwuma ɛyɛ mmarahyɛ badwa mu baako ne mampani ahye yɛyɛ a yɛyɛ no yɛ executive na ne nkorabata baako ne atemuafoɔ no deɛ no ɛsiane sɛ wokɔ yɛ mmarapɔn no mu a ɛgya di pefee sɛ ɔmo a saa ɔman tumi no ɔno de yɛ adwuma ne atemuafoɔ no na atemuafoɔ no ɔno sɛ yɛse biara so yɛwɔ abɔfra ne yɛwɔ panin ne mpɔmpɔnsoɔ ne kɛseɛ mu paa ɛne baabi a saa sɛ ne bia yi kɔ no nti ɛhɔ na wohunu sɛ yɛ mmarapɔn no sɛ mpo mimi ka sɛ mmarapɔn no yɛde nwoma fitaa ne yɛde atwerɛ na me nua aka na so ka sɛ daabi ɛyɛ nwoma a ɛsɛ akokɔ saadeɛ kakra bata ho a yɛmmienu obiara deɛ no deɛ obɛtumi akyerɛ korogyen sɛ nwoma no sei na ne bɔberɛ teɛ no ɛne saa adwumayɛ no ɛne ne atemmuafoɔ no na mmom ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ nipa na ɛte hɔ no ɔno nso yɛ Ghanafoɔ ma ɔno nso sɛ Ghana mmara n'ase na mmerɛ dodoɔ kɔ a wɔte adwa mu a wɔyɛ yɛ wɔn adwuma ɛwɔ ɔman no din mu no in the interest of the state no deɛ na saa abrɛ no yɛn nyinaa yɛtumi a yɛde ama sɛ ɔmo mfa mu man no saa abrɛ no na ɔmo de yɛ adwuma ɛno no wɔn yɛ wie na sɛbi adwenkyerɛ mu ebia wonte ase a ɛno nti na yɛwɔ fundamental freedom of all every obiara Ghana meba bia obiara wɔ fa ahodi saa amammo nhyehyɛ ne de nso ba nti wo saa mmerɛ nemum kakra wɔ mu sɛ yɛse baabi a me fa ahodie no anu twa no ɛhɔ na menu akwan na so de yɛ de ɛhyase sara baabi ɔno so de ne twa na hɔ na so kodwo de so de ɛhyase nti obi de amuro obi de so nti ɛwɔ sɛ yɛnyina yɛte saa nima wɔ yase na yɛde tena ɛno nkyɛ sɛ sɛ bia so sɛ bia nya de nura nsɛm a wɔne kae no ɛkyerɛ sɛ no sɛ sɛ yɛ kasafa ɔno dwumadi a ɔne di ho wotumi kyerɛ wagyen na mmom wotie wɔn no kasa mu a wɔne se yɛma yɛ kasa ho ɛnte me de abegye di sɛ ɛyade a ɛbɛboa ɔman yi nkan kɔ ade nti na meka ne saa mpɛpii na wabɛte sɛ ye tun nsɛm ma ne yɛn mmarahyɛ badwafoɔ sɛbi waa utuwe utie manfo o hye odwumadi ase a da bia na asɛm si a ne nkɔfo ofre ba mu a obi akasa saa contempt koraa ye obi susu mmarahyɛ badwam Sara so na samampani susu ubuni ne mtia na wa munu kwan pa so a emra no so ne odi enti medie mehunu ne se ye hye ye kabi mami kabi adwentira ma mu no mukena mehunu ne se eye sebe so sebe nya ado se obi na no akoka adwa mu adentira wo se ye nyina ye te asese ya gye ato ho so se esa wei na ye nam so a ye twa akọ enti wo se ye di obuo ni die masa na ye twa no enti medie mehunu ne se ne kwan so anye nam ne mum se na odi kan ye no abofra ye mamu me okani ba aka mamre mu ese abofra ne pani entina sinsin konwa eni asem ma abofra nye den eni bemoda da bia obedi fo ne mum ba adwintira mamuo mu se ne yen yagye ato ehunsu ya se obi kire na adwen empo de Supreme Court ye wono an nhihye ye mu ye frɛ bibi se ese osan akɔhwehwɛ mu bio enye sese nipa nkro ne no ana te ase etena ase won san wo won nan hihye ye mu se won di atemu obi ba ana adwenkyere bi ba wo asem bi ho na won te ase a akonya san wo se utimi san akɔ ema court no asa tena ase fa nipa ne bi ka ho no mo so san hwɛ mu no mo nkyere adwen eno no ne frɛ ne review enti ne nyina kyerɛ se debio sebio obiye ni man mu a sebi ye mra pon no emma ne nkoa tumi se wɔsose ne bia wɔ Ghana eni sa obiye ni sa nemum ono kra no emra won kasa no won ka se won de ma won tumi won de yen kyerɛ minise no won point kyerɛ Ghana coat of arms eno eni oman ni sunsum no emu kɛseɛ egyina ye kyerɛ se we gyina ho ma Ghana ni bebe gyina ho ma kodwo gyina ho ma mini akwan na gyina ho ma me kwa me champion so ate ase enti bi de me gidi se de mexre ne se emra ye hwɛ na ye di atemuo ana onhyehyɛ ye wodwunkyɛ mamuma ye adwuma no ye behwɛ se emra adwuma na ye yo no broni kakasa bi se ebeye fair se ebeda ho fan ama ye nyina se ye nyina ba bi obia ahomete no obenya ne de at the same time no so no ebesa ye de frɛ no balanced sebe unhwɛ benkum na wonka benkum fo nko ansɛm na wonhwɛ nifa na wonka nifa fo nko ansɛm se benkum nya ka se benkum nye saa so na se nifa so nya obɛka se de ben nifa so nye esan se ye sɔre agina hɔ ama ɔman Ghana na meme saa na mehu saa dwumadie no enti mmere dodo ko a ye de saa akonwa na si wa ma wa ya boa ma wa tena se wonhwɛ ma Ghana temu mmra kwan se no wo ka se yen a omo so so obɛhwɛ obi a ɔte bench ne so bia no se bi wonni kura no be mfie eduenunum about 25 years ekɔ de ye mmra dwuma no watena mu se bi ye wo nipa kura na se school na wo kɔ a saa bre no wakɔ wie school point na obɛka se wanyini enti wo makwadare wɔ na dwuma ne mu enti yenim se de woni ye no ne kwan so na nam so korogin enne se bi enye obi akeke ena ye bɔ no ma ne kɔtena hɔ ye won hyehyɛ wɔ hɔ a ye di yi Supreme Court for ye won hyehyɛ wɔ hɔ a ye di yi Appeals Court for esan se court no se ye wɔ mu mpani se na mdi kan Supreme Court no aba Appeals Court ansa na waba High Court ansa na se na constitution ne tire no de ye mmara se bedwom ye begye tum se ye betumi de aka ho ye Tribunal Court, Circuit Court, Magistrate Court wo fa sa ne hyehyɛ nyina mu atemu adwuma no ne fare bae no enti baabi biara wo mo be di asɛm a wabo enyo so no wo ho kwan se o kyerɛ wadwen ne mom wadwen kyerɛ mu no eno na emra ne kyerɛ se ana nhyehyɛ ne kyerɛ se hwee na wankɔ kasa antia edikan enipa na ebetena so edi asɛm no etoso bio asɛnim bia no a ye court no esan se court no eye aloyafo no egu wo mo frɛ won no baafo no ene a George frɛ na tiso na won ye bench fo no yen ayaka asɛbio yen nya bie ne yen witness fo ne behwe ade fo de yen ka bi wo hɔ omo hyehyɛ mu ye ni bi wo hɔ no ne mu kɔ na hunu na ebia wadwene mu gidi sɛ sɛbi so wo kan sɛ ayata ka sɛ ye ofie nyansa ne ye wo sukuu nyansa ebia otena se na wo hwɛ ofie nyansa mu a nke fie ne yedi asɛm na ɛna watena hemfie no hu sɛ ne yedi asɛm a bo hunu sɛ o me gidi sɛ we de nke de fa ha nkɛye ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ wo kyerɛ saa adwene no a wo bu court ne nimtia ka hunu sɛ enya hemfie na woni mu no ɛyɛ court dan mu na wote court dan mu no asɛm bɛn anu yie bɛn na yeyi wo hɔ send no kana enye ubon sa lawyer for no kra ye na so obako kasa tia obako aye tibi kire ne se kasa no kana nye yi into on twensan ana on to aso nko ana o ma ne kasa ho nte ubon se ono kasa mo ono bo lawyer for ni nyina kra pokra akoko se bigiri se mu kasa no e se mu ko ekire mu ko agina na mu ko hwe kwan befa so asese mu ho enti me de saa na me hunu no se ya judge for na ye no omo ahwe aso Ghana mamra ni mu menyini so mabu ni ubia ni mtia me koso se me toaso a me bominia same so abaso sebe otifia na ne ho dodo no kakra ohunu ne ho na otisi abo ne die no odi buoma Ghana edi kan eni mpani a eti asem ne so na otia ne na achi okode obae na obibisa senti a yabo ne die ne e kire no na ono so edi ahobrase mu etwe sanye ewo nidie so ewo obuo so edikan mesa to aso me se etoso me de bema aloyafo a woni ka bo mu emi ehunu se ba no ye baako na bench ne soso ye baako na court da mu nyina ye Ghana man na omu hunu se de aba no enye no wo se ye hwe na ye toatoa na ekoyi ma ye nyina sa na me de ba bewie
yo akwana ma memra so na ho no anso sa asem ya bisa na me bisa na ni enre esi ye ni adan pe kra wa hwe ni ade it say ma
yeah me da say musu my brother hona bechia
fanzumanfo
oye in price of na kesina koma infantiman ina Ghana man nyina there odu bebia ehu nsem bi wo ho na soro kodo na mpemfu anfo won na nsifuma almost morty osa na mpemfu no waka wasan what's they say penyin trefie na mfoma wo wi nanka so waka nanka wefo a waka ho nti za wesin oye osande obama ye nyina oya yenya mbiri yakọ TV do ana yenya mbiri yakọ radio do yakasa se ye kasa ofadam nsem record a ya hwe ya nu ye osande obi mu wo feel there ode o kanja obaka hwe ni ntumi nsi this last week and Monday nimu na yeti the Supreme Court na kasa kan o se de won mepede wo beti de mensani biom ade chia na wote de masami nti no mama nti oba ne de metin de na metin krofo bi wo kan obi mu wa kan sama o chine dam obi wa ye dam oya no kwar de krofo aka I mean send oya meti o radio do not from one particular section from everywhere in send oya eti no oya ibisa ho nsem bebre de na wa de ye nyina ye ntwen na asemi onwie na asemi wi a da ni tiri da ne na da ye hu there samia okuni din most more ye de waka samen a wobo obi akokon na de chia na damasem ni si nti no che de onu za waka ni nyina de ma obi anti da mai nu onu wanti ende de ya waka semia wanti because me did there it was Tuesday a Monday no waka damasem and on Tuesday waka damasem no wo
Tuesday morning
Tuesday in America inside chi na no keke no che de onu kokon na wo de bon krofon wanti but
was it here?
No Badwam Peace FM but da makan there tira musma set ken yenyina wotete here yenyi musma ya kasa ata se na se ekodum na rekasa odenhu de mpapa na waka na asem bi wose de kasa ofi onumre ban makasa onye de amoso china wose de mina anya nwin wo wonum musma de nete nti se nyankopon nankasa odi ahobrase susum so da ama padin de wakọ court waka pachawa dam not yempede wo from kwofo akọrọ aka pachawo biom yenyina yenhwe he kese mu ye usande hwe oya mutumutira ho na nsama nkrofo wo egufo men ehu dem said na Supreme Court asemi awo kan ntenya nyone na wo kan wa assist ayo nti na emi mpo nkam nya mpo anka won ka there shouldn't be any commentary on the Supreme Court hearing.
And also they say
minim ina me sire mi nya na nche mi da me piano nya na obi pie asam na make there say mi nya because obi a onyim mbrani mun onyim bebia why there maybe
ni limitation
one wa ka bibia oye prejudicial. I say, and are contemptuous. One day, one friend then so on me inano, on one shower, one bono, and shan one inatum, another baby. In some case, in being umpa, in Kawanka okay after the Supreme Court case. No, nine say, yet I enter what the two TV do, and will be a share, will be a new word over Babich match ruby. Share, sent to Brofa, another Bibia, will be on church, nine. But say, I today, after Supreme Court, we have another Supreme Court or another court of public opinion. Ono in Ankofu wote because obi wa ono ahwe TV ni bi. Nti otre baby no ote news. Obete news in some obakan ono no so bejeji. E most identity. Nti say Supreme Court onya dam na wa ma here kwan there at least obi mu you can discuss nti ye nyina ya try ya can be that master. Ya can be. Emi jealous oba anam so e on kese fi. But at the end of the day no or Supreme Court no order chere so obesi you so on si you or you one or two no one same ewa nti mapa Ghana future especially ya yenyamu ye wo advantage ayeko TV do another yeko radio do say ye kasa offer Supreme Court nsano a yehwe hu ye ended that seriously ended that I've never seen Samia Okuda humbled mu ndam da but ended that ehu there tumbi o baby ehu the baby one when you kejina na was egum chief worker there
sa was egum
I was say ikejina opebo na hu nyina goose pimple
a onye twinye o
emi fancy
mate
oh inti most modernity we don't have to give ourselves the chance only there my ho kwama what twinye kejina court ni nti mapa ye nyina acho ya yenya mbiri yakasa o TV do na radio do no yehwe yakasa na mu ye because asem obe furu no moban what's the teacher mai ona no kunyimpa ona so no osese nyimpa osese nyimpa nti ode yehu musma ye de ihe kasa na boko
I mean na minim se samia pa ho cho na se de be se na ho ama ye nyina ma obi anu ankopa no samia ukwaso mo kan ne se sabio Supreme Court no niema ni bi ho a afofra ka bi na ase obi ka bi dia o mo nka hwe ofofro ko ka bi dia no ma ka bi wapa ho cho I no ho asem ni edi but subsequently even on that Tuesday me am program your radio ne ade National Peace Council no ho asem ni e ba be ka ni ade wo hwe mu a kasa ni bi nso aba kwan be so na ye be ka ma ana Supreme Court no be tese nkasa ni bi nso gusu aya akoso even on that Tuesday anopa no ni na nwumbre na nkasa ni bi ko akoso ye be ni den na omo atese bi a we ni bi a na omo ante nti ye no de no so omo hwe no mu ni enwo adwuma
oh se bi o asebia no nipa na bo amane e bia se me gidi se ekwan omo fa so omo te samedia na ebeto odwa no sa kwan kro na so no befo mbeti de aka se ena medi kan wo mekasa edi kan mo ka se ebeye se ye hunu se emra ye tene oman no ye nhwe faako eno ntina meka asem se podcast we kan se ebeye balanced se bi so se bi nya do de ye kan se ebe to so ebe kan no me eno so me de be she ho
mate na mami hwe any messages
na secondly so ode ehu de Ghana ebeti we wiaje wa ha ebeti we wiaje wa ha ba nkuku pe na watchire ho enye obi na watchire nde oku wiaje na watchire
akonfodo
yeah akonfodo
na ya chire no
oyokonfo inti dem na some
why actually now walk on for one from Tisa Joko also here from live from Paris I need some education here some other people okay I'm saying sign this as me and your baby here and maybe some the amount one from Regina and or say the same issue and also almost cited other examples are on the other side no or did this a Supreme Court so can be among one from Shiftman or say Atunsi in Kumasi Kaba I'm very happy with what Justice Tuguba did yesterday by sanctioning Samioku. I'm only hoping and praying that the same shall be extended to any other person who makes similar reckless comments. One from Charles Jawuli. I don't blame Atubiga and I know the Eba but I blame you, Kaba, for giving him the platform. Say, Sati Punisi, a bomber, may insist severally, say, unretracted answer. Also, unretracted. And how do you blame me, my brother? Nipa na betra me program so. Masa asema wa Kenya asem papa. Twensan ne yenko anim. How many times? Also one twensan. Oben den. Nye maji say the Supreme Court aye no. Nipa so ya ne apam no. Ya ban from coming to the radio station. I don't know how. Charles said if you went in the brain. One or say Richard or say Nisi wa Sharma no. Ojidi say ebi etreko ankura hodo akaso na politicians they cannot take us for granted. One from Philip Jakpasu live from London or say okay Meher Makin can say personally to me Kwame Meher sanka say bi ba ko ekopie o asempa na no brother nwumre ema epusu peace council ko amoma kasa fa ho ya o kire se edi asemi wie na se koba se SNDC fo ema kwan ma MPP ba na nado ba nya de o mbesi form na mbesi form kina na o ma ekrado o ma chi obi a boot for boot ne ho nkron ba ma peace council o so nkasa se ya asha se e ma no ho so e o sa asemi e mu a ye ba ne den
oje edi kan o se devie se asemba nipa na eka na addition o si esua wo mu ne se sebio nipa wo asem befuo ni mu aba o tie minia akwa na asase mo kan
so ka
o se kan se papa se
asem o chena ka se family a
ma no nye de se na ye ka se asem no san family a onu mu nkoye onyonyo a wontumi mene so se mpeni yesi ohene oye den o tinte so tu form onye den on sanfa so ati ase ohene so de krobia ne dia onu bia nchemu so ati ase nti ese wo susu ukari wo mra ya ma wo sa akwanya na wo baby bia obenya sa akwanya no megidi se eye enu onyam hye ena ye betu nsa frɛw se bi o mato nsa frɛ me mama betu no video se enu onyam hye kwa mo so be kyerɛ wadwen se ye wo MP4 bibiri sisi kura ye wo 275 uye ubiye MP4 friend to nkyɛn a enye MP4 nkwa na nimdeɛ wo ye trim Ghana for ma ye over 25 million na mahwemu na mafidi anopa mu si yemi nupa ne meka yasem ye num nyanhye man nti wo se ye ma kasa be firi enum beba no e wo se ye ma hote e manidie e ma mo a mato nsa afre ye no ye san manidie na e kam e san se mo hyen ne wonyam e wo madwuma yi ho e wo nsa mato afre ye no ho esi empani ntena fi ma asedianfo enu koma Christian Council say National Peace Council say womudo manu atum say branch no sebe de oyeye no wanye ni esan say wodi asemi tu dwakra wo kan say wo twen na dwen si so say menua de wo kan no de enye ennam ne kwan mu ma etoda wo ta ka say wo de wo kan no senti a wo kan say wo yi wo ni wadwuma ku afiri mu esan say ekọ emremu a anhwe ya na obi e de akoka say watena aye ihwe han wo kan ka say bi sisi a say reckless obetima aka say ye negligent ye wo kwan amara mo ni mra no keka no ye ni nti ye kan no fa ne mum me ka dia konkan no mo am susu san wo tumi say obi be kan nyina obi be ye nyina bransam bi ana say anamo bi obetu asabe ebu mu adwumakuo ni nimtia ebu oman ni nimtia wo a wo ye moderator no wonti na wo ye moderator adenti na wo na obisa kosan ena nyim na mbisa kosan sa na ya hye no wo tumi so pani de atopono so wugidi se sebe wadwen kyeremu no ebe ha wo ho akonya se wo sore ko se nya wonko na wo tie ena nya wonko na wo hwe ewiase fa na mansan nyina ehwe obi ahwe ntiti a ye de atetewo wo bobre su a wo mu eno na de mi hunu se wo tese nti na meka menu asa me de ne se wo wadane die se ya wame atete no abɔ ne ho man wafom kura no wo hunu se no kura wafom utie ne kasa ma wo se ampa okodadwunu no hunu se a me mabufu di manim wo me kasa mu na megidi se o yesi obi fum kumu a wo de wo nye de wo fum ndwa nti no daachi no obema saa afutuo no ada ne ho saa na megidi se koma ye nyina me a metie me nia akwana betimi aka bibia mo na pusume abufo so de ba kwaku hey kwadwo enya asem ketwa ah hey wagya kora unhunu no eno na be mo afom ne yakase kokoko dwantoa ne kopacho so ate ase enti no megidi se ne kwan so a no se ne kana no de ne kwan so a na mum emra ye hwe wo eno ne matemu no eye enika no ese intenche anye ubu atanya intenche anye enti ese o mamu da ho fan enti na meka se o hwe binkum na hwe nifa yenkobu atan baako enti asema na hu bisa me no na obisa se Supreme Court for on be den ate megidi se ye bobo koe ye keka koe ye nkeka nka ma obia se asema da man mu de o maso ye ne da enti di obia ya enya ensem fata no wo se yetumi hwe ne yetene nipa no saa bere ya yabosa me kokoe megidi se obia won kari na no ansa na watoto obia no se obedwene hu mienu esanse wan ko kasa yi a ena nye Supreme Court nko a wo kasa tia obia na opeso chi wodedua ohun kwan so bemia chi wodedua se bi modwuma mu ye kura eye de obonyume sabu so mo ethics committee ayo disciplinary committee ya obi tu anamo bi na nyefe a ye twe ne gina ho etwi nanim enim twie no ewo baabia boa ema ye man no yetumi chichiri ne yie sebe ya enchiri ma behunu se ye wabakosem bia eda ho ma ye nyina ochina enti no emere bi etwa mu no kokokot o mo ka o masem so ye wo bibia mo se ye president ye wo bom se ye bibia authority ye ka bi pen ama ye bua me hunu se ye woni se ye woni se ye woni sa ni nyina boa ema edane abakosem ema ye de tete ye ho ema ye de hwe ye ho so ema ye tumi de boa ema medi yie udi yie oman na ye de ano so edi yie enti me de mekoso ara agina ho asrese ye me kasa ho nti wo mu a wo mu fa sebe so sebe nyaado akonya se ho na obi wa obi hu tiremu poboni bi ana obi akase bi a kire na wansi a kire ankoye hu pensempense mu ampemu adanse pa na ode abetena kasafidie so na wayi ato ho wom wa kosa no enkire sebe obobre unipa no asi kire mu yonko na menkire usuban enti uma saade ne ye oda unya yonkofo sese free na akwaminim se obi bu afidie so na otewo na o kasa no nkasa yi a katima kire se opani mesrew ye ne to nsafre o ense to fre o yasan atwe opani ekwan na du anim no sori ne pie esan se wo se ye masaade no edi mu o ye mam Ghana uba bibire mu a abibire mu to ha ya akora no obia bu Ghana adenti no obia bu Ghana esan se yen fa ntokwa na yen fa yoyo emfa mu ye manti no enu nti na yato abawie na yesi ye bonyo so na ye nim se ye sinkonwa wo fie na ye di asem no na ye mamra no ye di ahyemu se empo dibre a eye kese a esombo edi man no mampani enu po ye di hu asem wi na ye hu amamre wi na wonte ase a akwanya wo ho a oman ba bitimi tam edi kose mempreso ye hwe ne yen kan yie mame eno ho ne yanam a ye di akokoduru ene ye wo Supreme Court no eno kire obia ma obia hu se Ghana fo ye se unim dia won se de ye nim ya mamre ne nim se ne ye tie enti kwan ye befa so a ye betimi abua yasem no ene se ye bekogina aseni bia ne ma atemuafo na hwe emu kurugina danse ye kura ye de ato a court nanim aseni bia nanim na wahwe na wabua mayen eno ne ye di akoduru ho no enti ewo se ye nyina ye hunu se eye amamra nananom etina se hwehye ye yoye ene abefo aba na ye se de nwoma bebata ho ne ye yo a ya mfa ye tete no ya anto antwene ye de atena ho ama ye nyina eno so na ye fapema ye di anyini abedu sabre enti obia wo ye wade a ka hunu se nye onkwa na ye Ghana ni ene toso bio enye onkwa na mamra na ye wodia beebia memedie beebia metie kakakra bi na kwadwometie o ekwa bebre da hansa na medu akwa na so me mama no meni tira meni nton na me kotino na ne bufu no pa maso mu a wana yesi brebra na manema nti ese obi ahu kan obefa so obehye ne die kama ya te na
akwa na se ye be wie sa asemi no ebra ye nyina ye tu ye honfo no how do we ensure say Supreme Court no and even penny nie ni ade wo mu ano or by omo actions any by so omo hwese mra be adwuma no obroni be say they do not become capricious enkoma obi kasa boa ntina afi ehu abehye nkofom say ene ye nkasa obi a de ne kasa boa behye ne
yeah me njin did that embassy because abra ai Ghana yenyi kamami kebi abempumpu nkofo otum wakanza opede woka da wesin ewa meji de oye aja obobo yen nyina akoko enye do obama ihu aba obi mu na wa den wa like wa to by force but if you sama abenten oka wo program no da seriously emi meji de wankani yi the sembe no so na say Supreme Court what's there awu na edibim another awu na edifo a dem not e ba de botuma ye wo ho no ntumi nya hwe wo ho e most my identity into the president na kasa wa ba out wa baka into so no se there yen NDC fo I don't know why sometimes you know obi mu wo from one kasa more personal view enwa na what they gwar obia emitre he so kire the Supreme Court is there dama. What can I do? The only thing I behind there maybe a appeal, another go for review, another BB. But what will you go and take up arms? I mean, it's not going to solve any problem. Muslim identity. But I have my own beliefs there. Today, Muslim, they be American, but at the end of the day, no. Emi miss one case free. And you imagine why Supreme Court to imagine. Emi mitrichi mushadina. Oh yeah, sometimes misro. Ewa. But most lawyers are on one obianin judges are on obi anen so no chede emi ado ye mesro onye ho sro because eduma wo ye no what asese na meduma me ho emi amiti na echi nti say ye ba keka nsem dem bia dem nsemi say ye hwa o start nyende eti bi efi nkofo bi wo awa ye say demonstration o say by do nsem a wo keka wo nyina oye obi mumpo borders down to threatening of the Supreme Court judges nadi. But we did there them omo work kan kadam sam we am from atase we am from into there say work kasama or the wadwunu ho there say bibi na re ka enwa ne hu so ado no wakasa no tum stand say gidigidi abasisi abo de abrant work say bo de aye no hu ni mo bebia atase nti ye ba pon ocho say kasa na ye kan ye ma onfa ekroye enwa onfa kruye onfa mbra because emiji dire Ghana ni ekru imaya yawo obom ga ye busuafo wodoso yi na kasa ho nyina afa nti ye ba pon wono cho kasa di serika ono yam daso there peace council so about wabaka that way the peace council even emphasized there even the president of Pokwa kasa na ni party po akande da Supreme Court bakan ona no so be there odbe yedwuma was my identity into nsem bi wo ho na say ka or there we don't have to bring too much passion into it emi say muko program do na wo kan sem na nsem oye wa yebufu a men kasa me because anhwa asem obefimi nu baban anhwa ebufu nti akaka sem bia nuntum wo chena ina mana na papa ho chow anada nuntum o de ofu nu mbape abo nuntum fon ko back nti say mo baby na wo ka sam na asam baby record oye wa yebufu a I don't talk. I will wait for our 5 minutes, gather my thoughts, and sana se makasa by there makasa nti oyaja o how ye nti o dey hwe ihe kase me ye na secondly so omo nkrofo bi wo ho a emi se menye ya nka radio do na TV do ne de nka o dey yenya GJ fu wo ban hon de won radio do so do botumu ayan de onka da no serial caller no frefre but obukwa ketra ho we sam na no na de because obi mu ho a won kasa no fa kroyamba won kasa no most morten so wo fu emu gu a oyensan bebre. Them people like that should be barred from our airwaves at I say because seriously say obi mu ho na say meet one people radio do and medum radio because minim de onka onbaka simbia odi inkransha baba Orba kasemi asembia obo madrato asem ohun bi da or Madatu.
Right. No trouble. And time to take a break. Yebe Supreme Court election petition here, Ankasa. Yenya prejudicial comments. Ochina idea Supreme Court ama ehwasoma akoba. Afi inflation and any other rating for almost one kan so mo but still sika no bo high risk for no bo still be je fi more any home croning by inflation so could do 11.1%. And other issues are ya be the home command sana yetimi asori akọ ye ba sisia. No chiabo ma pound simana fina do filia to ye guso ayidin komo de fa o man ho na yi na wo sadwin chirem betimi aboa ma o man Ghana timi atumpo ra kwan as kwansa member parliament and the man Simana and deputy minister of fisheries and aquaculture and afi member of parliament the ma prior so Seth Kwame Champon. Text messages are about Moma Yenti and Film Nafi, Young Court on Supreme Court Wara, election petition here in Nimisase, and also so Aquacusi saying. Text messages or say Kaba, why do people always want to do equalization? Samuel Oku's comments cannot be compared to any. He was emphatic in using unsavory language on the justices. Isiamane Debrain. Kabanabo Akwanza is he aware the use of formalin has been proven by doctors, that is being used by fishermen. Now, maybe what's it mean? Or say, are you aware that the use of formalin has been proven by doctors, that some fishermen are using it? That's a text message or the but you have a point, maybe now I'll clarify. Kaba, I think Ghanaians should begin respecting the fundamental attributes of rule of law. After all, the judiciary is not a political grouping. Let's accord them the needed respect they deserve and stop making prejudicial comments. Alaji Willie P. Fiekuma and Ode Braying. Samuel Oku should try as much as possible to change his style of approaching political issues. After all, our political cabal will never substitute themselves to pay the price of our mistakes. I think this should serve as a lesson to all. You'll be the best person in this country because of the way you talk to people from Conca in Mankesim. I don't know if this is to me and
it's to me.
It's to you. Ah, well. A young man in Ghana has made a negative history for himself. This will affect him, his parents, his family, his political party. He's Samuel Oku. Ironically, MPP. I say I'm happy when politicians admit their fault. Well done, Samuel Kukaba. Please tell politicians to learn from this example. Nana Chibo Siakon, Edifi Pesos Mining. I am free no de brain. Good morning, Honorable Akwanas Kwansan. We are most grateful to you for being an MP. One from Kanka Mankesim. Or see no shaking. Kaba, Uncle Akwanas is my mentor. Ask him when Ayeldo Mankesim Road will be completed. But pronunciation, my
Ayeldo.
Yeah, correct. One from Emisa or Boasin or the brain. Good morning, Honorable Aquanas. We are okay. I think so. Kaba, please wish a happy birthday to Chrisbeth in Chibuesiakon of Adanse Patakro and the son of the nine Chibuesiakon of Pesos Mining. I am free. Okay, yeah, that's it. I think I had much on your birthday. If the MPP wants results from various constituencies, they should contact multi-TV election headquarters if the Electoral Commission will refuse them those forms. Kaba, please tell President Mahama that if he mistakenly reappoint Honorable Ponye Moses as a Kratchi West DC, there will be more fire. Kofi John, if you Kratchi on the brain. Must say good morning, happy birthday to Anita Tano of Sehi Bekwai, one from OK of Sehi Bekwai SZA Junior High School. Must say happy birthday in Koma. Okay, I'm saying I can't wait. Well, Yeah, we see Anani Akani and Tosso. One other issue about from the Supreme Court was the petitioners who all then coalition forms now. Was one Monsanka from about 2,000 polling stations.
13.
But, no, they wanted 13 coalition forms, but a representation of the 13 is actually the 2,000 polling stations are almost so many almost pink sheets. Their agents did not submit it. Almost agents now found so they don't have it until they wanted to have access to the 13 forms, and it will be an indication of the 2,000. But it was turned down. Now me Adom and the KPMG for those pink sheets now kind of there. So far proceedings the same amount.
Oh, I mean, me there. BBR koye. I oha me kakran there. Yenina election. And this is not the first time I yenina election. Election here be da. And yenyi musma. Ekwa ya fado yedinya result. Meeting away. Mif abra ye election. My house is like the election headquarters because motor phones, the phones mobile. Until I was a results na Badwam me and sana edi pink sheet in there. Until your copy and sana what the copy boko until copy no what ba until we just check the copy against whatever. Obi anyu back in the pink sheet. So who agent for pink sheet na brawa. No pink sheet still our agent no who afa my electoral commission. Because what's with the more? What's will be a need to what's the man? Mr. Said, hey, pink sheet, so what's the bar? Let me put first in the minimum of any pink sheet in pool. I mean, the minimum or was a ballot accounting form. Into what the bar, at least in who do record, and why I don't always through holiday or your phone there. Confine or two about I know where you spoiled ballot in Yahi, Ubinyahi at the end of the day. Inti so what's the word we share pink sheet there one kasa there they know all the polling agents because they wrote letters to them to represent the party as polling agent. One ko one chain maybe obini buefu maybe when turn the cow okay when turn the cow until one who for polling one for pink sheet na or when if you one ko turn the cow no one pink sheet or one from home, obi mo ha or feel the I didn't results now. Abu be into pink sheet or the hamper or the hat and that kind of thing. But it's issue where Supreme Court or the mayor. So what did the imagine to pay? Obi so to me feature, but I no so the madi no sorry share. On no to me can't change the name for man. O Sunday, sister, assembly the woods evidence na you lead it by through affidavit. Why you need another? Most identity. It is why you need another door. Necessary should be before. Them you grant you did imagine you did more. Not there or there. Yes, I had there. Obisu banana sorry Fibia. Yen to me and Kade on only the near there. Yen gin to. Inti, every most man some no quantity. Mijiti there, Orukoye, Momai Ghana. Orukoye Supreme Court for was one nice from Woods Wooduma. In there so ye train na a KPMG. Da waye biano wadabo to go say 11,842 say 11,134 say 132 said them only pink sheeter petitioners and what's there was severe na ya hwe na say onso dem so a na ebi se wansam so bro dem so a ebi se wansam because it's different from saying there me serve 11,842 or more. Or more, and sure you know there is not less than that amount, but it could be more. But if you are emphatic about a figure, and the figure keeps running through, so okay, what to go from to Ghana and share that one kind that one na in same one or the way yano.
Abani kwa example me ntie Supreme Court abato no ho asem no ankasa bi akuduro
me gidi se bebia omabobo so aduro ne de obia kana asem ko me gidi se se KPMG so ne yaduro enra am so wo mo atemuafo no kra bisa a lawyer fo no se omujide se ombepe se ebewie KPMG ansana eye lawyer Addison san toa ne cross examination no ewo lawyer
Dr. Kojo
Afarijan so ti begide se ewa na ye twen na ehudi obesi se oyezi masre minwa okrum waka fantifo obu wose atwere owa na ebehu ne tente
na
ye twen na
apotro uwa ni hu ne tente
oh sabe baba ka ponkyere ne kana ponkyere ne
atimfo ne asan nka
apotro ne aponkyere ne
no a different thing no apotro ye toad in aponkyere ne ye frog
na ye twi anyway as you cry o frebusia krum
na na megide se KPMG kwan on fa so ye wona adwuma no ebehunu no kure wo mu sebio se enwuma na eso petitioners ne de baya na wan fa ama the war registry no kure the war president of the bench or presiding over assembly so or eso ya na enso megide se ni nyina no de omo kan ye no mo ye akontabufo a ye accountants won hwehwe nsem nti na megide se nokura ne bedadi me de ekoso nyina na ehia mekese a se nipa benya akokuduro ni ama nokure adadi ama Ghana dimpa enope nti bile bia obia se na menua kwana sky no ebia obose ade bi wo hu se na nika nso be hu se omomu di asem de obia ni abre obia ne nani bresem se bia so yeti he ebia asema meken obi pasresem obi wo hwe me ma so sa wo se akwa we pa de asem wo keken de ono na nkwanchen baabi obi susu ade meka no wanwe na so din no pese otie nti me de mabotre nyina ewo de besi ewo asenia ho esan se no obia de na se mabedan yen ye twen na KPM di wi a na megide se lawyer Addison so atoa the cross examination so enura anu ya court no de ma efa application na petitioners ni ye no de megide se uhwe kwan omofa so edi wona asem ewase ni bia ho a omo megide se na yedikan abua bi pen na eye petitioners bisa eye sa nsemi bi na aseni no bia no eka se o da bi emo ya ma mo ho aye hare dodo mo ba no mo bisa ne ntem dodo ujidi su se bio a lawyer for no so omo nimdi nti bia omo hwe ba bia ya bobo so aduru na omo ho keka kirom se bebi mo aduru no behia saa ne ma no nti ekwan ma wo ekwan da ho akwanya wo wase ne no mu se omo be pusu saa no num na hu se na ne kankan tie court ne so ogusu gina ba bi ogina nti omo bobo so no rekire nti no on foaso me nya sure me madwen kire me se eyi bibia ye hu em se yese pani bi na ka kire me wo se hwe unko court da Ghana court na it said ye wo kwansini oha America tuo ye kon kakra kwansini hawari obese free akom krom nti usi mu na ma ho ye har na aka se wona ubabrntem nti no eyen kakra but many je wo mu ne se Ghana ye to aba wie na mentime ho ase ba he no yamfan krante yamfan porima yese nkunwa na yen kansem no osi ye nyina ti ase saa na Ghana yagye atum se ye de betu kwan nti ekwantu na ye kono ama Ghana na di nkunim megidi se saa na osi ye no na mani kansem so mu ne se obia de ho wasem no bia se de court no beboa no obefo aso obegye atum ti mi mpa ebo ameboa ne se court no benya kokuduro na sebio se na nura omuda na die no eba ni asem na wiye ne atemmuo no eno so ebe ye krogin saa na ma ye nyina ye gidie akenyan na ko enkan na Ghana edinim no ani here
or text message out the Bray Becking kind 1760 and our email kabatmanjoonline.com and I'll be called Twitter now I'll send me tweet or Kojo Kaba. One from Abdul Aziz also here live from London through myjoonline.com. Kala, good morning. Did the President of the Supreme Court Justice Tuguba reprimand the President of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama, for his comment regarding, quote, our victory was won cleanly and fairly? Justice will be served and cannot come to any other conclusion than acknowledging the very transparent, free and fair victory that we won in the election, unquote. So why would the MPP twist what Justice Tuguba said? I thought Justice Tuguba said henceforth everybody, including the President, but did not want President Mahama. When will the MPP win of this twisting of facts, fabricating of stories, spreading falsehood, and pure lies? Aziz from London or the brain, Eliasu from Tamale, Kaba, the day before yesterday, on your own multi-TV Joy News channel, host of Majority Koko said unequivocally that the Supreme Court will only affirm JDM. Was that not prejudicial? I hope the justices of the Supreme Court will react in like manner upon hearing that today the judges must dispense justice without fear or favor. One of the axioms of law states that equity, equality before the law. Okay, I think so, I get the point. I'm going to text messages. I'm on for the Abba. 19 minutes past 8. Good morning, Kaba. Please ask Honorable Aquinas when the Salt Pond rules will be done. Nana Kojo from Salt Pond. Salt Pond, Aquinas was there.
Yeah,
town rules, Salt Pond town rules.
Yes.
Was there?
Yeah, it be portals have been kakra.
Oh no, no,
direct but many MC edi unkomo. You be Odambia very soon. Inti order shana. Them yeah, August. Yeah, but in sort of a patchwork in there, we are going to cut road for you do another baby. Baby are all day and for ni Kwanchi Chrome to Zongo no ni Prabio road no. Oh no, it's also in the pipeline. Until when you buterna them kind of operation why you more.
Yo, Kaba, please, I'm begging the MPP. They should also send these NDC people who have made some of these comments to the Supreme Court. MPP for Uncle Vanko. Well, we'll say Kaba ask Honorable Aquinas the way forward of the Commander Sugar Factory, or being from Commander Dominasi, you know, the brain. Let's join hands and let's join Honorable Aquinas Kwanzaa to build a better infant man. May Allah bless him. Labran from Sopon Zongo. Happy birthday to Mabel Aidu Bevel of Bremen Isem from Yao. And the brain. I'll say, Kaba, why is the NDC, why couldn't the NDC man boldly say that what the NDC did was wrong and should also go to the Supreme Court and render an apology? He feared to be sanctioned from his office, eh?
but that wasn't what the guy said. Wasn't prejudicial. What he is saying is like so Omuka assembly we are not going to. I mean, that is not prejudicial. Prejudicial and he say yembua atem na wo atem wo adenechi. I mean, master, we have to be straight. He is saying the same things some people said on platform before, but just there we don't need to condone those kind of words. You know, one can be a platform do that. What can be, but we don't need to go there. As I say,
Kaba Kolose Fongoma 89 Chemunsia or say Moma Mokasa hum emrenyam da nchini womu na mahu senia mubebua ubiara cash money from Bremen Isim Wachoni Chi and Oded Brain. Please wish happy birthday to Belinda Boating, the General Secretary of NASPA, Kintampo for me. Kwame from Kingstown, yeah, say. Good morning, Kaba. This warning is going to everybody from the great to the small, high to the low, poorest to the richest, especially President Mahama. At his comments at times is not the best. He's our president. Yeah, I want to Kaba, when is Esla coming on your show? Yafeno, Esla will be coming hopefully next week. Samuel Oku has been made the sacrificial lamb. This is an example of power against the truth. Well, wishing my daughter Georgina Ntim Mantel a happy birthday today. She's 12 years. Reverend Patrick Ntim Mantel no the brain. Or say, is this what you call peace? Where equal rights is not practiced in this country, there can't be peace. Let justice take over. I am pleading with government to construct the road from Asamankase to Akwetia. Rosemond Edufu from Takrade and on the brain. Or say, Kaba, I want you to ask if the road from Iziama to Takwa is also part of this country. Mrs. Christiana Nyamido, or say, I want to wish my husband, Eric Nyamado, a happy birthday, Yamishano, with a lot more years. and one from Gizo Sepetimpom. We thank Samir Oku for using himself as a scapegoat and sacrificial lamb. His name will forever be remembered. This is he has set a pace for other MPP communicators that even the NDC must learn from. One, I'll say this is the time for changes in the Lemle NDC constituency elections. Joe Passasan on the brain. It's almost 25 minutes past 8. Now, you inflation, any economic activities on some. Now, who will be out of the back in kind. Upon you there, Kwani into so called for the Unim Jedi pa. Kwani be on your businessman, be a
politician.
Now, on your Kwani papa. If you had tea, Kwani India. Because you may watch it. Because you walk out there, yes, won't be business pa. No one will be a now, sir, what is a near my war air cost by inflation? As you near my could you say, for a very long time, you targeted single digit inflation. And who's on so a JDM? Any day.
Could you add in a papa? Say, your boom contan say, Utransi, no, besides, contan your bunny say. Empo. Since we can contact any adventure with the Abaya, 11.1 year. Almost on your school near was simple arithmetic, simple proportion. So, yeah, your denominator. The only denominator, denominator, and I saw one numerator. Numerator, no, yeah, the washer, and a denominator near or the awful. Now, here, say, no, yeah, crown for us, no. The all form a denominator. It's also can say or can say common denominator. Until your far back one in a yatum say way and a debua, and on the da for my debu. They say denominator, no, your mass way free. Mokrata Mudumamio, Canene 242. Say they are cost 267. Yes, the name of the account. Now, Meradudo quan denominator no yakasiano. Na esrono so I say a tresse I then and no. Na was the baby dear chino. Answer now be Yana Bisa. So, the American question is a Yatu petrol, Yatu electricity, utilities, Yatu tuning in a meba. And nunti me who sent here. If you boom kuntana sanka inflation, a sort taxes, fees and charges, yanti biaso. Nipa kra niema na ba begua se wo se mikrofo digwa no
papa
niema ankrofo akra ni se na wo mu kam wo port ayi wo mu niema no mehu be bia inflation ni baba so me ni medwa macro so ayewo se so yewo esutobre mu kita onsa bre mu ni yewe enti mehu aduane ane boaye fofofo ama inflation no so ate ne mo mkunta me ni bu bebre na me kodwa so koto niema me twopon niema yi wo fie no aduane aye no se eswate enti me hunu ba bia
aduane swate
aduane bi chopon ne kan ne me yi ayi a me yi 60 di ba ko a aduane me timi di ne sidi ba ko ne timi to se aduane ne mame e ho na me boom inflation ne free no ne inflation no
utes na ko high
me ko dwa so a se bi so ho se ko ni ba anye bia fufu de minimdi fufu so de me tesi nko high fufu Mrs. Nanchunam Yanamo Minimwe. With the Annis Saway, and in Sumnam, and also crown on you, and only at the additive. This is so a quarter up a tabacqua, no buono costro. And to me, who be inflation needs not. I said a so tiem. Or see a friend contaboni ye. And no beatiasse. Some contaboni inflation is a nema bo abba formono. Some inflation train, say, a moment ye took one ye diga, and you imagine a baby. And no say and contaboni coye. Sabre meaning is a was here this animeba. It's an over baby a minimum acquaintance or cry. And contabu a day anymore any bussy and Yacob born in near mano. And a sika ye pedia be remoon. Sani mana ye need gusunun be bien noir. And ma appointed to say was a war inflation was a coffin. Intimate stress minim say a jumaku de bayano. Hon and yaman yourself. Then mum, or more woman conta. Omushen kunta no mubio na menim de ntia omasama basket no aye kese omun chenchire mu sentia basket no Oma na ye kese o hwe se na omo ka no na de ntia make say basket na ye kese ne say eniema aha nu aduana mienu
but say
no
I'm not
ebenya wasam na kasa ba man ko you are distorting my thoughts.
I'm not distorting. It's not that they are saying that the inflation has dropped. You are thinking say inflation once on drop here wa kosuru mum any damn not nti America say tell most was a dinner before
I'm so one ne o kana say okay we dey watch because
one say was see
what's what say there
I was
just trying to
I was just trying to me brother anyade
what distortion? This is not distortion.
Asema baby America say na kono men ka say na men ka so say inflation no baby ejina no enye who can say 11.1 I say still we are close to single digits. No, that is not where I want to even go. The real inflation must be higher than what we are seeing. That is what I want to say.
Okay.
And then I may say the denominator, the items which were used in the last calculation of 10.9 was 242. And now we are talking 11.1, we are using 267. There must be a justification for that increase. Why are we adding on? Why won't we allow the status quo? Even that, and Ukraino, and in the four woman, besides, now at the end of the day, this is shame. Yentimi and Huno says you Ghana need be any tea, and Japesi who see a bunkuntana, your mummy monaho. Mimijudicial inflation can never be 11.1.
More than that.
It should be more than that. It should be more than that. From where they are coming up to, it should be more than that. Because enema bo akosro. Enema bo na form. They did get the ba sebie son sebie nyado. Okuani no oni nore. Do okita car no yatu enyam ahoden e manitimi le car no petrol no yatum. Nti ne bo na ode to ne mane so no sebie nya duane nko a ukra ne ma na ode free habo na ode ko okromu a yatum nore fa mu. Iron rods a ode kosi dan nore fa yatum cement yatum. Enema nyina yatutum. Enti na me pese me chese nkontabo no bebia da no e wo se kwani mi chese no wo se tesa na me hu the real state of the economy. That is what we must do. I think say again no enye hankwa na bekan yasem ye wo kwa ye fa so ebetimi anya sa ansem se mi ya pen ano ya tworo wo mra bihye bedwuma ye wo kwan ebisa se we really want a proper proof
to over finance minister
no necessarily Africa onye say over finance minister enye ne say akro o pen no be tworo question at all finance minister Omo share na say statistical service. I saw my details why they got into where they have, and I don't believe in it. I must be very honest. I don't believe in it.
I see. Minister. Minister, executive.
No, but Seth is trying to simplify the whole thing. You see, this is a month, my boy, at the month of May. You see, what funny there?
But inflation has always been calculated on a monthly basis.
Monthly basis, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Into monthly basis, what was the price change within the month? Master, it can never be 20% or 30%. And if you look down here, they said what? The number of markets, as I say, covered increased also from 40 to 42. So if you are talking about the denominator or the numerator, the denominator was also changed. Was also increased. So at the end of the day, we don't want to see inflation going high. Or no be other day, inflation will do 11.1.
But even this one also on Jinzi.
Also on Jinza for the month of May. In the month of May, no, what was on the calculation? What was the inflationary rate? Other one kade ended up obi mu work what's the last year you taught them in this year you taught them who there or based on month to month basis. This is the month of May. In the month of May, Fufuna is in June mune away June in bay into maybe June the one we could be 12.5 into 12.5 not there May need Fufun 1 city 50 pesos, but June needs in bear 2 cities. But what we need to know there,
or the other way, you could still be spending the 150 pesos, but the size of the Fufuno Swati,
Tromano Swati,
and only ask them no, and only ask them all cano. So you could be spending the same amount, but value of the kind of swati.
You see, that's what I'm saying, sir. You know, it's not good for us to be having this kind of inflation going up, because at least for a number of years we were able to maintain them single digits for a very long time. But definitely after election, and even at all, what is even going on at the Supreme Court can also be factored in. Because I today when you do almost my identity, it definitely it will affect some goods, and if it affects the goods, common economics, scarcity of the product will definitely lead to price
inflation,
price rise.
Which comes to high inflation.
Yes, which comes with high inflation. Inti onye adibide maybe or ye obi mu na wa share kuku masa na so what's I say o mama ewu na say wada or come to one na bu jabu so friend. I don't think that is what is going on. The government statistician is being fair. The government statistician, look, now so the inflation what to aba. Inflation what to aba. At the end of the day, to corona all times in onyim, say catch the inflation is zero. Nende wakoto dokunuku 1 cedi. No, it's not going to 2 cedis. Na catch the inflation still stands where it is now. You don't need any economics to come and tell you the person is not telling the truth. This is the figures. The way they used to calculate it is the same way they've been calculating it from whenever. It's like Pythagoras theorem. Master,
about basket and
basket, they are only preambles. The preambles can change, but the formula will not change. That is what I'm talking about. It's just like you have Pythagoras theory or say Pythagorean theory. That's the
Pythagoras theory.
If you have different variables
and theorem.
You see,
additional mass.
At the end of the day, you realize there is the variables that change, but the formula is still the formula. As I say,
No, the number of markets covered increased from 40 to 42. I don't have an issue with that. It must be corresponding. The items that were contained in the basket.
Once you increase it, you must spread the market.
So you must spread the market. So that is almost 25 items. Almost 25 items. At the last count, we used 40 markets. We are using 42 markets. So the 25 items, is as a result of the 2 markets. I mean, as some are come.
No. Let's get to there. Let's get the arithmetic right. You see, the market. You can't say one market is equal to one basket. You can't do that.
Oh,
By simple reasoning.
No, it's not simple reasoning. This is mathematics. This is statistics.
But mathematics deals with logic and reasoning.
No, reasoning in mathematics. What they are trying to say in there, is like, let's say, exponential.
Don't go on exponents. Let's go on the basics.
We are going. Essentially, one market can give you about 15 baskets, because one market determine. If you say in the petroleum market, how many baskets do you gather in the petroleum market?
I will be a cranty and say, so I'm passing a born a cosro. Na cosra, Sicasa no 1 month for Botomoa, or more purchasing power, betting their cotos adiano with the same value.
Well, patch there, May Busumunimun. Nama Yaton Nubu or Cosro 11.1%. The 11.1%, the percentage high jump from.
There's a percentage increase here is that at the last count it was 10.9. 10.9, we've increased from 10.9 to 11.1.
Yes.
It's only a 0.2 percentage. In real terms.
That's what in real terms, if you are calculating inflation, 0.1 is even 0.1. I'm coming. 0.1 is even a big jump. 0.1. So don't let us say that 0.2 is something minimal. No.
I'm not saying it's something minimal.
No. Or see. it was only 4 points. No, Metina say, also from only 10 points, also session, it jumped only 2 points. I said only. And I make a say it's not only. If inflation jump even 1 point, as I say, it's
for the purposes of this debate. One may come professor.
I'm
fancy what I said. What I fancy no.
That be me kufi no nyin kusuku nyin.
Yera face mama.
Nti da ya kan there. Onyo bia there inflation okwa there. Wakosoro. I say. But yenya enyim the reason why in the ye court obi mi wonyim the record na ye wie election so nche nkofo wo susu wonyem nti wa mama enyaman ai de nkofo ankra nyeme bebre mpo amba atase nti se tire nda ya moton be 20 series nkofo wo suro de kubaba na ade nti wanye da menyaman nti kakra na wo kromin na obi arafom na so bandam so a onti da ade na abotano a de obi a benyi bi ato obi bia sa ade no ba atwe okwa atwe kakra no bu no so ya de okoso ba meji de in repayment yakoya ade musuma Supreme Court asemi orko na ewie yanyi so ko na ewie a obi anako boto ni yem de o sisi Adam na asem nesi nti yebo ye bra ko yenyim nti ho na yebo hwe se inflation no so obokosuro se obegina bebi ogino se obaba fomo ho na ebo hu de if whether they are managing the economy well or not no be kire
opening comment tampon ye bra na so answer just about 5 minutes to wrap up. UK for us by you know. So what? British High Commissioner, Peter Jones, about being one. Answer yes satisfactory now.
Major said the kind side to more possible about trims would be union. Meaning say I drink trepa. And yet, says I don't know the badia. Let us or maybe I was sorry not the chinos in the Pabam crew Mudodua. Ghana have British for her power. One more hapa. I didn't know a lot of British companies in Ghana. You know, almost say actually, no colonize ye. Almost conomintimin cra. On my banner, enough institutions, Okroma. Your British Council Hall, a whole space dedicated to the British. Your British Embassy. You were a debate. Chamamako was a unit in the Bible Okroma has. So I say. In 2% only dija. Our person only dija. Now we share more and also person also be here. Until we share a nipa Adom beso here no. Beso de Ghana ka ho. Now person Ghana for yen carry sika mu no. Empo baby amu European Union no. Yes we obi a yen nyina yen di euro. Wo so de won pene obedi pound. O pound no kakra set ye nie. Wo so Ghana yen carry sika 3,000 pound bi person oba London. Na London dey na wo London. Se ka me nko na me krom fo nyina betima se a ko pe den London den na wo London a me ha me se me call but sebe man na iwiase nyina ya setenanti no nyina ya se binkum dware ni fa na ni fa dware binkum ya tena se ya che sa adwen no ko am fa so mo dwen ho no de me nyini so mo dwen wiase fo ho o mo dwen mo nko am ho nti o mo so se de o mo ka no se o ma twa san se
almost per se because so papa na sem no kana
that make no I say kasakwa bi as one person oyi animu almost say
because still almost say high risk for no you be sense can from
and no high risk why na high risk we ba ka tell say o mi amiti am anim de dwai de menya high risk and na tell say menya high risk why na who qualifies for high risk sir no say we na say human rights for sorry na human rights will be say nipa ben no yefa nipa ben na Yakobon bo na o yefa a che se onam ho no che so ne onam ho no e kan kwa na doso no ma no de nam ye ka so ya high risk a e che se hu yie
but omo no by their definition no say nipa no okwa oma
okwa awoma de tin okwa awoma dia no awo we ekode wa oto wa su nyina ayi say ye de atu ayi mu iwan na pe let me say na obi a ne de ope and no nkire say that is why yina ye signing on to those treaties and conventions as nation states obi a ope awo no me krom awo ho me krom ko bi pono so awo ho be pe ho me sabia so de bia me kan senka ye kwan ya nka me metrem krom no ba
ejuma kan
so what you say nti ebi obi wo ha obepre se na aware epo bitimi ware bi na se aware nti enhye na se okọ kotena ho na no ninti no wokotena on so okwa wo manti o me deposit £3,000 kari hwe enye dwetre kitwa o
almost 19 million
19 million
enye dwetre kitwa o de koto ho eno
kwa je say the interest
eno no so nkyere say wakokra na ye de visa na ma obetimi ahwe wonim say wonim nya me fe counselor na wote ho no
nchonu po de nchonu what you want 2000
let's say it to the call let's say it to the call immigration officer ogina airport wo Heathrow anasa onamum krom Gatwick wo ba bia asata wakacho so no ne de mra na hye nsa onamra ni kura no he or she can refuse you entry
even though you have a valid visa wakansa ya asem na kiro wahwe onim se na meda mi kunu bo masumtimi ne nyenti okra ba ye wo mi ma onwrom san ko na osika na kamu asem be no mpeso mu kire ye me de me mfo asasem no so na de ye me ya ne se mesre eye me nuanom nkuma mo government communication team asem ne ba ne metietie bia no wo baabi asem ne ba ye omo frefro mo no mo nkasa kro baabi obi ka say ye rumor you can treat such asem bo obetimi ya ne se bi o say kokwo mu argument enye bedwam argument na yete e ka no say a rumor you don't stand on an academic thinking logically say obeka say a rumor no it is not fair now no me say binum ka say obi ankasa me deputy minister oni obi interview no say a rumor until say yenya official communication Felix Kwachufusu
no not Felix it's my junior brother Mutala and I know he has good knowledge in international relations and asema na o kano he wanted to stand on the premise say until the minister have been advised government consider that as a rumor. I don't think it was fair. However, as a colleague parliamentarian, I would even say in parliament when parliamentarians speak and they are saying and they even call the chairman of the committee. So they need to get to know from the Minister of Foreign Affairs because one are we president subordinate who deals on foreign relations. You are ambassador in chief number 1. It is NTBBS.
That's it. Few comments on this one.
Yeah, I think the Nkofu.
How the 3,000 day benya?
Da benya de menya masa mi try 3,000 obisha mu ankem na mi try. No, but
no, minister. No,
but
it's a diplomatic passport. I won't hear any problem.
No, but send me a diplomatic passport kra. Oda mi dwene mu Nkofu won. I say 3,000 masa ojafo.
Anozin.
3,000 in check them the start food business bi wa kra mpo anche nke mutu menya mu. E mo so adinete. Obi wo ho a maybe orokwohwa abochi keke. Obi afene de wo kweku wo fa bi wo abrochi na branaba sam na beji 1 week bi rade ina ekepe £3,000 na that wo acha say won de meka de say wonyim de won tun won handle won immigration nyama ye there obeka de they will know that you are in the town, this is the time we gave you should go back in Adom, that kind of thing. They shouldn't come embedding us.
Can you imagine University of Ghana and other universities are omunya long vac for 3 months omu koye kakra no maba na student oko UK akobo bra for busumi miensa na so pay £3,000
for just a holiday okojo bu ha ya trotro ngumu ya describe places at Chiro London
it will person ko keke
o person ko keke
we kakra na all £3,000 so omu na here omu
no say why should we promote tourism? They say you afraid we be London Bridge me person ko Cape Coast nam ko London Bridge.
Yevasi musafo mrasibijafo mienu opening set champion kwa mekanidi ho empress mrasibijaliye eda se na fe ora kwana stewia kwansa member of parliament the man fancy man deputy minister of fisheries and aquaculture midini kaba ye nko ye ba nkomo ba ko he de bebrel na nondu ya sorry so me ba sia